Hello. Welcome. How you guys doing? Today's video, I'm actually gonna be doing a tier list for gacha games that I've played and been checking around this year just to see how they've been doing. Also, there's new gacha games here like Aether Gazer and like Honkai Star Rail. So it's gonna be interesting comparing these games to very old games that are on this list. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so let's start with Aether Gaze is the first one. I think this is alphabetical, so yeah. I tried the game for almost 2 days. It tried to feel like Punishing Gray. Just didn't click to me. I don't know, something was off about the story, just didn't like it. I'm gonna say, since I feel like it's literally a copy from Punishing Gray, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Gameplay felt not as good as Punishing Gray. If you want to copy a game, like, try to make it good, and I will get into that later too. Another Eden, it's a pretty good game. If you like story-based games, I would recommend playing this game. I would say, since it's only like story, like combat's really not that great in the game, it's just mainly for story, I would put it in 7. Yeah, I'll put it in 7 out of 10. Graphics is not the greatest, but it's a cool game. Next is Arknights. I tried this game before Star Rail drops. I was trying to find a game to like play during the time I was waiting for a new game, and yeah, I played it for almost 2 weeks, just getting into the game. I checked many videos about endgame and stuff like that. It's a very cool game. It's a very strategic game. There has a gacha element, of course, for it. But the gameplay, I liked it more than any other game I played. It's strategic and has less RNG. Like, every game has RNG factor, of course, but I just liked that the gameplay was consistent. I'm gonna put it in 7 out of 10 as well. It's just that the model, the chibi model, is just it just turns me off sometimes. Next is Bleach Brave Souls. Not gonna lie, this year is probably the least year I played Bleach, but they added Pity, which is amazing. They've been going for so long, which is respectable. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. The game has been doing really good. This is the old Danmachi game. I haven't played the new one because I think this game shut down. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just 3 out of 10. I'm sorry. This game is bad. Even the new one, I would say 1 out of 10. The game is very pay to win, and like, no. Next is Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I've been playing this game for 8 years, still going. If you love Dragon Ball, you will love the game. If you haven't seen Dragon Ball, I do not recommend playing this game at all. It's just not that the game itself is bad, it's just that the model of the game is just made for Dragon Ball fans, so it is for Dragon Ball, so yeah. I'm gonna put it, since it's been consistent forever, I'm gonna put it in 9 out of 10. This year hasn't been the greatest for Dokkan, not gonna lie. The only W I would say is that they also added Pity this month in the JP version, which is great, and they're also gonna sync the JP and Global eventually. So yeah, it's been an okay year for Dokkan. Next is Dragon Ball Legends, another Dragon Ball game. This time it's in terms of art and like character designs, it's amazing. It's even better than Dokkan. Gameplay and game modes, I'll put it in 3 out of 10 at best. Next is Epic 7. This game has just been amazing since I played. There is one issue with me in Epic 7. Epic 7 feels like a full-time job. If you play Epic 7, mainly, I don't think you need to play any other game. The game has everything that you would need. Has PvP, has a lot of PvE modes that you would enjoy. If you don't even want to play PvP at all, you don't want to, you don't have to. The game has enough modes for you to enjoy. So if you're not a PvP person, you will have something to play. If you are a PvP person, you can play forever. There is no stamina for playing RTA Arena, so it's just amazing. The issue is, I want to play other games. And also the gear issue is something, but I think they're trying to fix it, they're trying to work on it. Yeah, I would also give Epic 7 9 out of 10. In terms of, I don't know, the game is very free to play friendly also, by the way. Just wanted to mention that as well, because I haven't spent anything on Epic 7 and I've been playing the game for almost 2 years, and I have every character release on a new banner. It's just crazy. I'm not talking about the light and dark characters, we're talking about normal release characters and collabs. It's very easy to get characters in Epic 7. You don't also need dupes, which is something that in other gachas rely on. You don't really need that in this game, so it's pretty good. Next is one of the oldest, Fate Grand Order. I'm gonna be judging this by JP, same with Dokkan as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I love Fate so much. I just think Fate has not added anything with value that I would say, oh wow, the game has changed. Like there are quality of life changes, don't get me wrong. It's just that it's not enough. It's just with the money they're making, I feel like they put very minimum effort into the game. A lot of people have been asking for auto. They even use third-party apps to just auto farm for them. It's hell. It's crazy. When we talk about Epic 7 that requires you to farm a lot of stuff, you farm with an auto. You don't really have to play. But with Fate, you actually have to do everything manual, which is crazy. Fortunately, for the quality of life updates that I'm looking for from the game, I'm just gonna put it into 6 out of 10. It's just really minimum effort to put into upgrading the game, so I'll put it in 6 out of 10. Story wise, it's amazing, but like story is better of course than Another Eden, but even Another Eden has better representation of the game than Fate. Like it's crazy to me. Next is another old game, Fire Emblem by Nintendo. It's pretty good, polished game. Chibi designs, it's just the game is very free to play friendly. It's very good story as well. I would put it 7 out of 10. It's a pretty good game. I'll always love to come back to play the game whenever I feel like I just need something to play, and just go back to play the game. It's pretty good. Figure Fantasy, I think it shut down. It's very sad. It had good potential. It's like playing Toy Story but anime, which was good, but yeah, unfortunately. Next is Genshin Impact. We're getting into the big ones now. I'm losing my voice. Also, same thing with Fate. I feel like it also shows with Honkai Star Rail, but we'll get to that later. So with Genshin, they're making so much. They're making the most money out of any gacha game. But the upgrades, the quality of life updates that we need, is just doesn't feel much. Feels like the devs took the player base for granted. Anniversary has been very lacking, just giving 2 multis and like something. So like, it's just very lacking in my opinion, with how much devs put into the game to reward the players. Because without the player base, there is no game that will survive. So I feel like the devs just took players for granted at this point, and they're really giving the minimum effort into putting updates to the game. But hopefully they learn from Honkai Star Rail. I heard there is changes to the daily and stuff like that, so I hope we can see more of that. For now, I'll put Genshin at probably 8 out of 10. I think that's where it's like the game overall is still amazing. It's just that nothing has changed, and there is no effort shown from the devs into doing anything. It's just that we need more. With the amount of money you're making, you should reward your player base for what they've been doing. So yeah, Pagan Rothel. I forgot how this game is pronounced. Don't get me wrong. This is an example, like this game is an example of what not to do when you release a gacha game, because this game released right before Honkai Star Rail, a month before Honkai Star Rail. It's a very weird decision from the devs. Also, the gameplay is very similar. It's a turn-based game. Even the character models, some of them look similar to Honkai. Not gonna lie, it's just I feel like they messed up the release. I think the game could have done much better if it maybe got released this time in the year. I don't know. It's just the game didn't get any player base. Like very few people I know tried this game and quit so early because they were waiting for Honkai. It's just a very bad timing. But overall, the game when I played, it wasn't that bad. I think it's really free to play friendly. Even though they have multiple banners with multiple currencies, I think the game gives you enough to pull for characters. It's just that the issue is the timing, and you can't find people much to play with. I don't know. I think it had a good potential, but I don't see it anymore. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. Graphics looks really cool. It's just a waste of potential, I think, in my opinion. Next is the oldest Mihoyo child, Honkai Impact. And that's the game I think I first played back in the day when I got a new phone. I was like, oh, I need to try this big game on my phone to test the graphics and stuff like that. And I didn't like it. There is so much menus still till this day. The game is probably having the worst UI interface you can see in a game. Besides that, the game has the best content you can ask for, has so many modes. Just like, I feel like Honkai Impact is similar to Epic 7 in terms of content. There is so much things to do. It's just that it's very overwhelming to get into the game. That's the issue. So it like the only thing drawing back the game is the UI, which is getting fixed next month, I think, for the global versions. So I guess if I gonna rate it with what I've seen from the CN version, with what they have of the new interface and the menus and stuff like that, I would put even a 10 out of 10 from what they have. But for now, I'm gonna keep it at 9. The game is pretty good. I would definitely recommend you, if you like Honkai Star Rail, I definitely recommend you to try Honkai Impact, because there's a lot of lore behind it too. So yeah. Next is Honkai Star Rail. I don't know, it's gonna be, I don't want to feel biased, but it's just been amazing experience so far. I think the devs always like set our expectations where every patch is just better than the previous one, and the updates are just always amazing. The swarm disaster is something that no one asked for, and hey, here's another in-game content that you can just play and enjoy. I think the rewards has been amazing too. Events, every patch there is a free multi, and there is also enough jades or like currency that you can get from playing the game. Just by playing the game, you can get a full pity every patch, which is incredible. So I just have to put it in 10 out of 10. Also, the story is amazing. It's just everything is perfect with Honkai Star Rail so far, and I hope it continues this way. Like, I hope next patch is gonna be better than the previous one. I hope it keeps going this way, and yeah, that's for Star Rail. Next is Marvel Contest of Champions. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I just feel Marvel has very bad representation of gacha games, or games in general, on phone. I've been playing Marvel Contest of Champions since 2015. Yes, 2015. And no. The grinding game is crazy. The rates are horrible. They keep adding new star level every now and then. Now they have what, 7 stars, 8 stars rarity, which is crazy. I don't know, like, the design of the characters is nice, the gameplay feels okay. Just overall experience with Kabam, which is owned by Netmarble, which is I think is the worst company to manage a game. They have good developers. They have like amazing devs. It's just that the management is just really bad. So I would put it in 4 out of 10 just because of the characters that I like to play with is good. Other than that, nothing much. Next is another Marvel game. This one is actually made by because KBAM was a company, then Netmarble did buy it. But this one is Future Fight, which is originally by Netmarble, and no, this one goes to 1 out of 10. I'm not even gonna explain why. Just the reason for it is Netmarble. They ruined the game after few months of the game release. They decided to make it more pay to win. It just wasn't really a good experience at all. So yeah. Next is My Hero the Strongest. Yeah, that's My Hero the Strongest. It had a good potential for the first month until the devs decided to scam the player base, and there's a lot of controversy going around it. It just didn't go right. The bundles were so expensive for the little rewards that you can get. There's so many banners in the game. It just didn't feel like a game that you would want to play. I would just give 2 out of 10 because the gameplay was fun to a point, and PvP also had, like, I think in terms of PvP gachas, I think My Hero had a very good potential to make the perfect PvP because you just pull the character and you don't need dupes or you don't need anything, just go to play PvP, which was really good. But it just, the game itself didn't work. Ultra Impact. It's another game also for My Hero by Bandai. This one felt very shallow because the content was very limited. I don't know, I just think this game, if it had more content to do, I think it could have been like really high. Just that it doesn't have much to do there, so I'm gonna put it in 4 out of 10. It's definitely better than The Strongest Hero, even though it has chibi models and stuff like that, but it's still, trust me, it's way better than The Strongest Hero. Next is Naruto Voltage. I tried this game a few months ago. It's a cool game, even though I'm not really the biggest Naruto fan, but I had fun playing the game. There's a lot of things also to do in this game if you're looking into content and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. I'll give it 5 out of 10. One Piece Bounty Rush. I tried the game with the release of Luffy Gear 5. I had so much fun actually playing the game. I'm surprised even saying this. The gameplay is really fun, it's very cooperative, so I think I'll put it at 8 out of 10. It's a pretty amazing game. It's just the rates are very bad. Rates are horrendous. Next gacha is Ni no Kuni by Netmarble, and yeah, this is also another example of what not to do in a gacha game. And with this one, they added crypto into the gacha, which immediately just takes this into 1 out of 10. Horrible. Don't do it, please. Yeah, it's just Netmarble with managing their games. Just, I don't know. They just try to test many things out, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know. Pokemon Masters. This game also is really cool. I like the gameplay. I liked that it's very free to play friendly if you're into Pokemon. So I'll put it in 6 out of 10. Just because I'm not into Pokemon, but I enjoyed the gameplay. I just didn't know what I'm doing most of the time. So yeah. Next gacha is one of the clones of Genshin, Tower of Fantasy. Yeah, Tower of Fantasy. So remember when I said Aether Gazer is a clone of Punishing Gray? Same thing here. This game has been out for 2 years almost, and it's worse, a worse Genshin. If you really not having the best experience in Genshin, try Tower of Fantasy, but good luck finding players because most of them already quit. It's a Tencent game, the same company who made PUBG, so a PUBG Mobile to be specific. I don't know, it's just, the game felt very shallow. The character designs just feel not the greatest compared to other games. Like the polishing of the game, just for me, didn't feel right. The environment looked amazing, just that the game felt a bit clunky. PvP had so many cheaters. It's just I don't know. I would put it 7 out of 10 for the effort of making the game and the world. It's a pretty good open world game if you like open world, so I'll put it at 7 just for um, the, the design of the game. Act OP. This game was released a few months ago, I think 2 or 3 months ago. That game is so complicated, I don't even know how to get to the tutorial. And I think it's not only me who had this issue. So yeah, design, it looks beautiful. It looks really cool. Just I don't know what am I supposed to do. Where's the button? What am I supposed to click? What is this? I would put it at 6 out of 10, unfortunately, because the UI is a huge hit into this game. Same with Honkai Impact, but Honkai Impact actually have content, have something to play. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Duel Links' idea was great. It's just that, the gacha element and the more packs they add, the more meta they change, just felt driven game by Konami, what they can control and what they would allow new decks to dominate the meta. I just feel like I just can't keep up. But if you love Yu-Gi-Oh, definitely it's a good game to try, a new way to play, which is interesting. But if you want to play as competitive, it's 4 out of 10 at best. Master Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a pretty good game. I love it. I love Master Duel. I'll put it 8 out of 10. I just wish that getting packs would be easier than have to open randoms to get, oh, I opened this now, I can get it. It's very, to build a deck is very expensive in the game, so yeah, that's my only issue with it. Other than that, it's an amazing game. Next is Slime Isekai. This game was released 2 years ago, or 3, something like that. On release, the game had very low frame rate. You can barely play the game at like 15 FPS or something. But the game is still going. They have their anniversary right now, so I didn't think Bonsai would have faith in keeping their game on when a lot of player base has quit. But just for the effort, I'll put it at 6 out of 10. It's not the worst game, but it is something, if you like slime. Next is Punishing Gray. Punishing Gray has been making a comeback this year, specifically after they added the PC client, which is amazing. For me, just the issue with Punishing Gray is always wanting to pull new characters, and I feel like the amount of rewards you get for playing the game is very low. But overall game experience, it's amazing. It's like playing Devil May Cry in a gacha game. Same with Honkai Impact. So I'll put them both at 9 out of 10. It's a pretty good game. If you're into games like Devil May Cry, definitely try this one out. It has waifus, it has everything that you would need. So yeah. But if you're gonna be free to play, you might struggle a little bit. Next is Summoner's War. This game is probably the oldest game here on the list, even older than Dokkan and Fate. Summoner's War is, I don't know, it's just very old. It's crazy old. It's insane. It's same gear system as Epic 7. Has a lot of game modes. It's just that the chibi design and the old graphics in this game just takes it so low on the list for me. I don't know where I would put it, because if you're looking for content, this game got you. Epic 7 got you. Honkai Impact got you. But would you rather look at old chibi models, just do something that you can't even see? I don't know. For how much money they also make, it feels very little what they put back into the game development. So for that, also I just don't like devs doing that. I'll put it probably 5 out of 10, just for the low effort that devs has been doing. Next is Nikkei. Nikkei has been amazing since release. Devs, I think they've been listening, which is amazing. From any dev, like especially with Honkai and Epic 7. I like devs who take feedback and try to work on solving the game because they care about the player base, because they're the one who keep the game alive. So with Nikkei is the same as well. It's an assets game if you if you like that. So yeah, it also has content, so it's win-win on both. I think the only thing that draws Nikkei back for me is just that the loading time and like the way to farm things, it just for me didn't feel something that for me that I would want to do. I don't think I ever farmed gear in the game or like try to do the raids or whatever. I don't know. But the collabs has been amazing. They had Chainsaw collab. I forgot which other collab they had. Oh yeah, they had Nier collab too, which is really good. I would put it 10 out of 10 if the game was for me, but I just can't really play this game too much. Like on my phone, at work, in public. I don't think I'll play the game in public. But yeah, I'll give it 9 out of 10 as well for what the devs has been doing so far this year. So yeah. Next is Blue Archive. I tried this game for the hype. I just feel like this game takes you to jail directly. So I don't know. I know there's a lot of positive reviews about the game from the player base. I don't know what they've been playing, honestly. But I tried to play for a bit. I just didn't know what I'm doing with all these characters that are all underage. So I'm gonna put it at 1 out of 10. I know a lot of, like, if a lot of people watch this and see me put Blue Archive here, I'm gonna get a lot of hate. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get deep into the game, see how good it is, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Next is 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and this is the game that I even made content for on this channel. It's a game I played since day one on global release. I love this game so much. I mean, I loved this game so much. It's another Netmarble disaster. The game hasn't dropped any new content for the past 2 years. All they've been doing is dropping like a new demonic beast for people to pull for characters to go beat this content and play. It's like a gacha game with DLC. That's what 7 Deadly Sins is, in my opinion. It had good potential, it's just that devs doesn't want to do something about it because they're working right now on 7 Deadly Sins Origins, so the effort in this game is almost non-existing. They have collabs, but it's very dead collab. Like, imagine doing a collab with no content, just hey, there's new characters, just go pull for them. Like, there's even no story, nothing behind the collab, nothing engaging with the player base. I don't know, it's just also another example of what not to do in a gacha game. I would want to put 7 Deadly Sins higher. Maybe year 1 7 Deadly Sins probably would be 10 out of 10. The game was amazing. 7 Deadly Sins now, I would say 4 out of 10. It's crazy when I'm putting Summoner's War higher than 7 Deadly Sins, because in Summoner's War there is something to do. In 7 Deadly Sins there is nothing to do. Nothing really. You're just building blocks, you're building characters, that's it. You're looking at your account. So yeah, that's it for my opinion on the tier list of the current gacha status of the games. I think Honkai has been doing great. Many gachas also been trying to keep up. I think Star Rail has raised the bar, so that's amazing. Competition is good. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If there is a gacha game that is really amazing and you guys think it deserves to be 10 out of 10, let me know. I like to try gacha games and just test them out. That's it for the video. Stay safe and bye.